Hi, mine's Phil. I like talking about politics, and they say summer is silly season in politics in this country, but it feels much more like it now, especially where Brexit is concerned. Because ahead of the new year, Boris Johnson, the architect of our extreme Tory Brexit, has promised to go further and faster to make Brexit a success. And what does he cite as one of the main successes of the first year of Brexit? Changing the stamps on pint glasses. Not entirely convinced that this man is going to seriously deliver better in 2022. But first, if you'd like to be notified of daily news and politics, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification icon. So once again, have to dip into silliness. Crown stamps on pint glasses. Shouldn't even be talking about this. It's ridiculous. However, as it is something that the government think that their supporters will take seriously, I'm going to have to do so as well. Boris Johnson tried reeling off some benefits of Brexit. The points-based immigration system that ironically makes it easier for foreign workers to come to the UK and take the best paying jobs, but leaves the low paid jobs for the British public to take, further driving down real terms wage growth. Apparently, it's a benefit that British workers are to be forced into poorly paid jobs. And there was me thinking it would be a drawback. He said we'd secured the fastest vaccine rollout in Europe. No, we haven't. We're not even in the top 10. But even if we had, and it wasn't impossible to do so, even if we had, we had a more competent government, and indeed we were leading Europe in terms of the proportion of our population that had been vaccinated, because that was possible. That was on the cards. It had nothing to do with Brexit. Johnson claims that leaving the European Medicines Agency allowed us to do our own thing. Three things there. One, we were in the European Medicines Agency when we did our own thing and started our vaccine programme. Secondly, some countries who remain in the EMA did their own thing anyway. By the way, it didn't work out well for them. Because you know what? Each country is free to run its own healthcare provision however they like. And third, we actually used the European Medicines Agency to get the vaccines approved. So it wasn't just that we did our own thing in spite of being in the EMA. It was because of being in the EMA, we were able to get the vaccines approved to get our vaccine rollout started early. Without them, our vaccine programme would have been massively delayed because our own systems couldn't have done it. Johnson said we'd negotiated ambitious free trade deals to boost jobs and investment here at home. No, we haven't. We've given the other side exactly what they've asked for every single time. Suppressing jobs and investment here at home. And there's no conjecture there. The live data is showing that, and it will show it again next year and in 2 years' time, and so on until we remove these people and start aligning back with the EU. Then it came. He cited the crown stamp on pint glasses. He singled this out as a particular benefit. Not just a minor consequence of Brexit. This isn't like announcing a list of 100 Brexit benefits and then the pro-European media pick on something silly like stamps on pint glasses to make Brexit sound silly. No, the Prime Minister himself cited it as one of a handful of benefits. This means that he is claiming that it is one of the best things to come of Brexit so far. But let's consider what it means. Now, the first thing to address is some saying, well, we had the crown symbol while we were in the EU, so we could have had it anyway. This isn't really like the blue passports. It's sort of, yes, we did, and sort of. There was an EU directive that held that they needed the CE mark to replace it a while ago. You can certainly say that the crown symbol was replaced because we were EU members. But is that of any concern to anyone? The crown symbol was a quality guarantee symbol. That was all it was. It was to give you confidence that the glass had a capacity of exactly 1 pint. So when you went to the pub and you asked for a pint of ale and they gave you in that glass, yes, this is a pint. They weren't stiffing you. They hadn't bought themselves a load of glasses that were a little bit smaller than a pint to fiddle you. No, this had the mark on it that said it is a pint. This was eventually replaced by the CE mark, as I say, which is the symbol of standards in the EU. So now Boris Johnson says that the crown symbol is coming back and that this is a benefit of Brexit. But is it? What does the crown symbol actually do? Tells people, like I say, that this glass has a capacity of 1 pint. Now, who does it tell? People in Britain, and only people in Britain. If we produce glasses with this symbol, we won't be able to export them overseas because they will not meet the standards of the other market. Or they will meet the standards, but the Crown is no guarantee of that standard. So if you manufacture pint glasses for, say, British pubs in Spain, you won't be able to do that because the CE mark is the standard mark of quality in the EU, around the world, quite frankly. Also, even if we just consider Britain for a moment, was there some doubt about the capacity of a pint glass when it had the CE mark? No, quite the reverse. The CE mark is the most widespread international quality mark because it is reliable, it's trusted. You get items made in China, has the CE mark. People around the world won't even know what the crown symbol even is. So it isn't just that it's a feeble benefit when compared to, say, the 4% drop in GDP and the rocketing price of food and the lack of some availability altogether, rising energy prices, fuel prices and so on. It's not actually a benefit at all, even a small one. It isn't even swapping one symbol for another. It's replacing a pint glass that can be sold around the world for one that can be only sold in Britain. Not even the UK, because Northern Ireland presumably still going to require that CE mark. I could also add that it will mean we won't be able to import them either. Foreign manufacturers are not really going to waste money on the registration and production line changes needed for this. But in reality, I suspect that doesn't matter because surely we're going to be able to supply our own glasses for the pubs that give a crap about this. I mean, it's not like the government will ban the use of glasses with the CE mark. They've already tried to do that on a larger scale, replacing goods in general with the UK CE mark. But they keep delaying it when someone explains to ministers how it will completely crush everything. For example, we already have enough trouble getting components into the country now with the new Brexit rules coming online this year. But if we rejected ones that had the CE mark, insisting, no, it's got to have the UK CE mark, then it wouldn't be worth it for lots of EU-based manufacturers. So you take your car to the garage to find, oh, it just needs this part, but the part doesn't exist in this country. And your motor is now scrap. It's literally that. That would actually happen. It's a ridiculous concept. Escalators and lifts were cited as a particular problem because there's only so many around the country. They're really important where we have them. There's only so many, but a whole range of machines that are vital, but we only have so many. And they can be expected to last for years with the right maintenance, but would just end up being junked due to a lack of simple parts. That's why we can't afford to abandon the EU CE quality mark. We were supposed to be moving to the UK CE mark this month. That was supposed to be in place now. It would have been an unmitigated disaster, so the government abandoned the plans. The new system now comes online in 2023. Little hint, no it won't. This isn't like the constantly delayed customs and standards checks on imports. Maybe one day we will be able to carry those out. But there will never come a day when we can genuinely abandon the CE mark because there are components and goods that we need to import, that we do not buy in sufficient quantities to make it worth the while of a foreign manufacturer paying the fees and maybe running a different production line just to comply with the UK CE mark. So Johnson can make this symbolic gesture with pint glasses because the move isn't going to collapse part of our economy. Like I say, I'm pretty confident we can supply our own pint glasses. But he cannot abandon the CE mark on goods in general, even though it remains official government policy to do so, because it would collapse our economy. The crown symbol is very much that. It's a symbol of Brexit now. An outward show of our British independence, but hiding behind it is our government's impotence. It's the same as the blue passports that are now worth less than the old red ones, as discovered by a British passport holder who knackered a £2,000 holiday to Tenerife because her passport, which would have been fine when we were still in the EU, was declined due to having less than 3 months left on it. Look closely at every symbol of Brexit. Behind it, you see how the country has just gotten weaker. The crown stamp, the blue passports, they are just the invisible threads of the emperor's new clothes. But those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. Hope you found the video interesting. If you did, don't forget to click the like button. And if you'd like to support the channel further, please also click the Patreon link for details. And until next time, I'll see you later.